All right, here we go, everybody. We've got ourselves another Sliders game. Beasts, Undeads, Murlocs, Mechs, and Elementals. I don't really love the heroes here. Hoping for a good reroll. Le Geolier? Geolier? I don't know what that is. Oh, Inge. Oh, we're using the roll token. Nice. Okay. Yeah, Inge just got buffed. So you can check out the HS replay stats. Cariel and Inge are at the top. Like top 5 or so. Kind of insane. They the devs just asked themselves, hey, what would it take for Cariel and Inge to be viable? What if we just double Inge's hero power? Okay, cool. What if we just make Cariel's hero power free and it updates after every combat instead of after every level? Like, oh, okay. That's so silly. But I like that, man. It's just bring more heroes just out of the obscurity of like, oh, this is always getting rerolled into, hey, now this thing is actually it actually does something. It's completely in line with how they're buffing cards now often as well. Where they just say like, let's just make it better until people pick it. From 0 to hero. From 0 to viable hero. Ew. I guess Prison Guard plus book. That way you have 3 gold, 1 gold, 1 gold. Because you can't level here, right? You can't sell as Inge. He's actually thinking about pressing the Dark Gift instead of buying the Prison Guard. Yeah, he's just gonna float that extra gold then, I guess. Death Rattle gave 2 free refreshes, I think. No. Okay, sure. Yeah, he's essentially not willing to buy the Prison Guard there. That's very good for me to see. What's the optimal path for Cariel? It's probably like plus HP and then an extra minion and then damage and something like that. I don't know if there is an optimal path. I think it depends a bit on the minion you have and how you're leveling. Yeah, it's 2 free rerolls. Boop, boop. Just press the button, save a lot of health. Very strange to see it like this. Have you considered warping and poet that scales via the double attack spell? Yeah, I mean, I do that all the time when I'm playing dragons. To set it up with Harbinger, I haven't really tried, but usually when you have Bran, you have enough money to roll the spell. The main goal with warping is get a Bran and then you'll have money to find those anyway. Alright, pretty relaxed early game here. Just some hero powers so that we don't take damage, and then some free rerolls from our early Dark Gift. That is something that I've seen Beater do as well, just Dark Gift on turn 3 if needed. So he goes for the Time Warp here. There's the free... usually it's the free Reborn, which is kind of disgusting. But there's no more... Is there an easy way to duplicate it? Okay. He's gonna go for this, which I like way more. Let's see. There's Wind Fury Divine Shield. There's Death Rattle. Yeah, okay, never mind. It's Wind Fury Divine Shield. So leading Undead, I guess, yeah. So this is after the nerf. You're no longer getting +2 attack from your 3-drop, your Devastator. He's thinking about picking up Hands, but it's not good enough. Wow, really? Okay, Mummifier to get the Reborn. That is fair. Man, that's a lot of rolls here. Okay, found the thing. Yeah. He found the thing with the stuff. He cannot really sell for it, and even if he sells for it, he can't pay for the active, right? All right, you can just buff that. Disgusting. Disgusting. Ugh. Yeah, so he went for Putricide Buddy, which is a lot better right now. And how would you be able to get more of them? Does the Infinite Leroy comp still work? You could have technically pushed for that, but yeah, I don't know. I prefer not to see that thing ever again. Oh, wow. That's a big boy, but it's okay. That's the only minion they have. And I guess we have 17 damage on the Molten Rock just chilling in the back. Got a Reborn on our good buddy, and he hit it. Nice. That's so good. Left. No. Value, no KT. Yeah, but you can't you... I guess you have to grave robber it, right? Yeah, it's too hard without KT. You have to grave robber it, that goes pretty slow. Free reborn, yep. Do you just picking the turtle here? I like that. Yeah, on this much HP, let's go turtle mode. Turtling, chat. So I played an Undead game recently, and I was very, very disappointed because they also fixed Belinda. Belinda no longer double triggers your butchering. So my Undead game fizzled out horribly. It's good to watch Slyders at work. I don't know if he's still gonna pivot or not, but like he has a pretty good setup to just continue playing Undead. He already has damage on his Undead, he already has Bellringer, he already has summons, so he'd basically just want to find a Butcher generator. But they nerfed that one too, it's now Avenge 4. So it's a tough time for the Undead. Ah, never mind. Ooh, Divine Shield, but also Wind Fury, which is kind of kick W, but yeah. That is the exact card we wanted, so it's good to get it here. It's always nice when you get exactly what you want, huh? Alright, farm another reborn. Bloop. OFC. He has that scam in his hand. Are we gonna try to do anything with that? I don't think so, right? Freeze for what? I was looking at that myself before I was intervening in chat here. Am I based in an A? No, no, I live in Belgium. I mean, I'm born and raised there. Yeah. All right, so we have the double butchering here, but again, Belinda doesn't work. We froze for... Ooh, Soul Fermenter here, usually. It's not handless, right? You were only trying to explain something? Well, you weren't, because you say if you don't get the comp, that's not my problem. So you're immediately going, well, not immediately, but you're insulting his intelligence. Be like, oh, you just don't understand it, bro. Like, it's not my problem. Like, you just don't understand it. Like, I'm just saying, like, that's that type of conversation, that's never productive. Ooh, okay, we got another butcher man. Maybe that just makes up for the nerf. Just high roll. So what did we end up buying with the freeze? Sorry, let me go back. Oh, scope. Okay. Scope for Geist. All right. Scope for Geist. I guess you can just go back because we have not been playing with Geist so much. But I guess you need to play with spell power again. You almost need to treat it a little bit like Carapace, I guess, where you need to get that. Totally agree with you. Yeah, that's cool, man. Don't worry about it. Nobody's perfect. It's all good. I mean, I just say these things out of experience, right? I've been in that conversation, right? All right. Anyways, it seems like in order to make the Undead work, Sliders is sort of going back to that older strategy of just going for the Gigas spell power boost, but then instead of using Carapace, he's just going to use Butchering. And it's not like people never did that before, right? To increase the spell power with Butchering. But with Snazzy and with Belinda, it was kind of just faster to not focus on spell power. Just get a bunch of Butchering spells, get Belinda, have it trigger double time, maybe get like a couple spell power here and there by killing a Geist with the Butchering. And then you use Snazzy to get the huge stats. But now that you can't double trigger it anymore, you probably need to put some effort into buffing the Butcherings with the spell power. So that's what he's doing here. Oh! That's cool. You weren't trolling? I don't think either of you were. I think it started off as a thing and then egos started clashing a little bit. And that's okay, right? Just drop it. You don't have to be like, I will never chat again, because I whatever. I mean, I'm reviewing the game. I'm just going to shut up. Because I have answers for this. I think this is like an interesting conversation, but it's the wrong time for it. Okay, so there was another Bellringer we skipped, but yeah, I guess he doesn't need more than one. I wonder what the setup is here So what do you want a Bellringer? Usually it's Bellringer on Mummifier until your whole board is reborn. He has Carapace, but I don't think you play Carapace. I have played this like once or twice myself, and the problem with it is that you cannot roll more Carapace. He has it randomly from his creation, right? So it will never be a golden Carapace. So like you're not getting that many. The dragons that made it really good are not in the game right now, the Broodmother and stuff. Like, I think it would be not great. Okay. So he was trying to get the reborn on this guy, so he can use Butcher. He can use this guy to triple it, right? Yeah. That's what we're gonna do. So he missed the first time, but he just used the Bellringer. That's also good to see. So in order to make this work, Slyders is essentially just keeping the Mummifier on the board with the Bellringer. And then he can reset it, right? Right. He can just butcher it and reset it, yep. And then if it doesn't get reborn, that's fine, yeah. So it's basically a little bit of a combo of what we did before and what the like more common thing is now. So he's going back to that spell power farm, and then at the same time he is using the Bellringer tech that we introduced. I don't know, like maybe a week ago, 2 weeks ago, people started figuring that out. So the Bellringer tech is essentially you reborn your whole board, you farm a lot of butcherings, and then if the Bellringer is the only thing that is not reborn, you can use the Bellringer on the Mummifier to reborn the Bellringer, and then use the butchering on the Bellringer. And that's a very cheap way to have food for your butcherings. And if you have Snazzy Phantom on the board, you are just getting a lot of reborns for your Snazzy Phantom. We still have that Geist on the board, so I guess if he finds Titus, that is really big. Because if he finds Titus, the Mummifier will reborn 2 things, so he doesn't even have to have his whole board reborn. And it will also increase the... Oh, never mind. You're welcome, Slyders. That's second-hand streamer mic. Checking for Golden Touch here, maybe. Yeah, Golden Touch would have been so sick from the Panda. Didn't get it, though. Has to go with the regular Titus, unfortunately. How good is Grave Robber? Not very. Okay. Moving on. Never mind. I never even asked the question. We don't need another Butchering Man. Yeah, the hand will be quite full. All right, here we go. So use the Carapace, get it out of the way. We butcher that one. Oh, yeah. Oh, wait. This is so good now. Hell yeah. Whoa. Dude, I had not thought of this. You can just go a little slower, but kill the Geist every time. Holy spell power. He's at 23 spell power already. This is actually insane. I wonder, is he going to keep the Carapace now? Because I was talking like, oh yeah, the Carapace is kind of weird. You can't golden it. But it's reborn and you have Titus, so who knows? Because it's reborn and you have Titus, maybe it is worth it now to just keep it. I've been watching your lives. It's nice, but after turn 6, I enjoy because I don't understand the decisions. Any tips? Well, I'm trying to explain why people are doing the stuff they're doing. Make sure you've watched my guides, so I'll put those in the chat. Other than that, just keep playing. The more you play, the more you're going to understand from watching the games or playing the games. His board... Ooh, hand size is an issue, right? He is losing out on butcher spells. Yeah, so he's gonna have to either sell the Carapace or sell the thing that generates undead, or both, right? Looks like we are just getting beatboxered here. That's a little scary. Cheeky little venom, but it's not gonna be enough. But this is how you play Undead now, I guess. Because when I played it, it sucked, but I wasn't doing this. I was not doing this. Interesting. So you get Titus, you get Bellringer, you get Mummifier, you get Double Turtle because streamer luck. Okay, so he values the Undead Summoner over the Carapace. Yeah, I think the hand is just too full for the Carapace. Okay, I guess we just... Yeah, Belinda does not work anymore. Does he know or not? Huh. I think he knows, right? Or was this pre-patch? It wasn't pre-patch, right? No. Don't think it was pre-patch. There we go. The Phantom Chic. Yeah, it just sells it. I guess, why not take the other Undead then and just cast some Carapace to get some free attack, but yeah. Okay, use that to summon 2 more Undead. Sure, he needs board space now. Nice. Okay. Yeah, we want to play the Snazzy Phantom. The Schnazzer. And now he's going to reborn that. And because it's golden, it buffs everything. Wow. So now he can butcher his Bellringer to reset it. But you don't have to reset. This is weird. Wait, was it not better to just... Wait, why didn't we butcher Bellringer? If you butcher Bellringer... Oh, I guess no, this is fine. Yeah, it doesn't really work. Alright, not freezing the extra Titus. Probably a little bit too awkward to get all the way up to golden. Although, for this particular interaction... It would farm some more spell power with the Golden Geist. But he might also be close to not really needing that anymore, because he has farmed up roughly what you would expect to start playing Snazzy Phantom. He's got Undeads with 400 damage on them, right? So 400 damage for Snazzy Phantom seems more than enough to begin that chain. That's actually interesting. Yeah, does he... continue targeting the Geist? Is there a downside to targeting the Geist? Geist Reborns, Bellringer Reborns, Mummifier Reborns, do it again. I guess not, right? And you're not getting fewer Reborns. Yeah, why not then, right? Why not? As long as you don't have to sell the Geist because you want to go all in to another Phantom. That might be the problem. Yeah, you might want to run that. Is he going to sell something for it? Is he going to keep it to triple? Looks like he is just going to keep it to triple. So, feels comfortable to stay with that Geist, farm the spell power, and get the single effect from the Snazzy instead. Yeah, I got to make sure you have enough gold for your Bellringer here. But this is actually quite a bit more friendly on your gold, because you only need 1 gold per 2 butcherings instead of per 1 butchering. So by running the Titus, or by having Golden Mummifier, you double the Reborn effect, yeah. Okay, kills off the Geist one more time. And then, yeah, the reason he positions like this, by the way, is the Soul Fermenter is going to kill the Reborn, which is then going to reborn the Geist. So he doesn't want to put the Geist third. 2.1k, yeah, that's nowhere near enough. Our minion in the back already has 5,000. Snazzy goes very hard if you can get high damage, and this is definitely a way to get high damage. The nerfs don't really seem to affect this comp too much because you're pumping out the spell power, so you're just compensating for the loss of Belinda and the higher Avenge on the Butcher guy. Second Snazzy not better than Titus? Well, I think he was farming the Geist, and if you want to farm the Geist, you probably want to keep Titus, right? It's double the value. Damage cap was still on. There was no reason, right? There was no way he could die. I would be surprised here, though, if he doesn't do it. Oh, no, damage cap is still on. He could technically milk it for 1 more round. But at that point, is it still worth it to hold your Snazzy? I guess it is. Wow. Wow, okay, he's doing this way longer than I thought he would. He's going to the moon, chat. Yeah, I mean, this is going to make that Snazzy so much more effective later on. He could roll the golden one now and be a little bit order lulled, but whatever. You have to get this out of your hand anyway. Dude, look at how much damage this is! What the f***? 1.2k! Holy crap! Not bad. Yeah, the Golden Geist butchering tech. Slyders definitely onto something here. Yeah, this is probably the optimal way to play, or close to optimal way to play Undead right now, chat. You gotta go for the Bellringer Mummifier tech, but you have to include a Geist and a Titus. Yeah. Why doesn't Belinda work anymore? Well, it was a bug and they just got around to fixing it. But it was a bug they fixed before balance reasons, because Undead were doing pretty well. But then they also nerfed the Avenge, and they also nerfed something else. Oh, they nerfed the Devastator to 1, but I agree with that, because I really hated fighting that. But when you're seeing it like this, you're like, okay, I understand the nerf. Because I wasn't doing it with Geist. I will definitely... This will be the way I play Undead from now on. Just try to get the Geist, Bellringer, Mummifier loop. Just get that going. You can only really play it if you get that early Butchering guy, though. You need the Butcherings. Alright. Damage cap's gonna be off now. 22k. Yeah, this is... If we're not playing Snazzy now, we're never playing it, right? Guy's better than Plague Runner? Yeah, much better. Just look at his damage, right? 1,200. Do you get 1,200 damage playing Plague Runner? It's pretty obscene how good this is. Alright. You know, you could sell Titus because you're just gonna lose. He's not playing it. There's no way. He's not playing it. He could be gaining double, but he's just like, yeah, I don't care, bro. Just pump my damage. Do I look like I care? To the moon! Yeah, this is very high. So he does need to make sure he ends with good reborns, but that works, right? Yep. Plop, plop, perfect. Jesus, 2,000! 2,000 damage per... Yeah, I mean, I guess if your tokens just deal 2,000 damage each, you don't have to go crazy on the Snazzy Phantom. Wow. One-way ticket to the moon, please. Buffing the Titus. Here you go, buddy. Half 13 damage. You deserve it. Plus 12 damage for you, sir. Bro, we are one-shotting some of these elementals on the board. Yeah, there's like 3 guys we don't one-shot. Why can he use his activate so many times? Because he's resetting it with butchering. Titus is kind of useless here. I mean, he has 2,000 damage on all his undead. That's because he had Titus, doubling the effectiveness of the Geist. It is definitely not useless. He is pumping with that Titus. You're bad? Hey, that's fine. Don't worry about it. I saw Sliders and was like, oh my god, Sliders is in the lobby, but we're watching Sliders. Yeah, now he just gets the triple and he's like, I get to keep my milk forever. It's the last fight though, right? We're gonna sell Titus for handless now, right? After he milks the maximum here. The maximum milkage. Yeah, I mean, it's 115 spell power. So every butchering he casts is 120 damage to his undead. Another one. He's keeping Titus? This I want to see. He just doesn't give a shit. Oh, no, wait. He sold something. He sells Geist. He keeps Titus? Wait, why do we keep Titus? Why do we need Titus? What's the upside of Titus here over just the Geist? Does it give us more reborn minions? Maybe. I guess it gives us more reborn minions from the hand we're killing. It's an extra reborn minion for Snazzy there, but yeah, I don't know. I think I keep the Geist instead of Titus, but yeah, this is crazy. Look, the opponent has 5,000 stat beatboxers, and he has a 0% chance here. It's actually 100% lethal. Dude, 55k on the butchering guy. 55k! Oh my god. Every reborn was adding, what, 4,000? Because he had... Dude, it's actually... Snazzy Phantom just breaks the game. Alright.